It's your boy Grind City Shooter. Right now, I'm back. I'm doing dribble testing with. They really didn't give us anybody with the ball or high ball handling. Again, it's Grind City Shooter. Keep grinding, keep shooting. But they gave us Kawhi Leonard and they gave us Paul George. Unless there's some other gems in this 2KU that we can probably test our dribbling out on. Like 2K is very intelligent when it comes to like they're very slick in as far as giving us a real point guard. Like they purposely picked the Clippers because they knew they didn't have a high rated point guard. Why couldn't they give us, you know, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum for the thing because they have to have pretty decent ball handling. You know what I'm saying? They have to have pretty decent ball handling. But they gave us Kawhi Leonard, who in his own way have decent ball handling, decent moves. They gave us Paul George. You know what I'm saying? But they made sure, like, I would have even took Lou. I would have took Williams. I would have took anybody else. Anybody else besides, these cats. But the way I'm seeing it, if I can master dribbling on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, a guard is going to be, it's just going to be stupid crazy what I'm going to be able to do this year in 2K21 with these people. Like, check this out. I learned how to do that combo, which is all you do is click opposite ball hand and down. You can go opposite ball hand and down, and that's how you do it. It's just like the cross behind the back. Everybody know how to do the cross behind the back, right? Instead of doing the cross behind the back, now they give you between the legs behind the back. So when you do the cross behind the back now, you get between the legs behind the back. So my thing is, if you get the between the leg behind the back when you do the cross behind the back, how do you do the cross behind the back? Well, then you flick up and down, and that's how you get it. Literally, that's a move right there that's gonna be so killer. When you, that's gonna be a killer move. You just flick up down with no turbo, up down, and you got the cross between. You literally have the cross behind the back with just flicking up down. Now you got up down. Like that's crazy, bro. If for y'all that didn't notice, I just went between the leg behind the back, cross behind the back, cross behind the back, between the legs behind the back. Like that is crazy. Cross behind the back, between the legs behind the back. Well, that time I didn't do it. Check it out again. Cross behind the back. Oh, he got in my way. Cross behind the back, between the legs behind the back. Oh, okay. It's easy to trigger. I wish I had the hand cam, but that's simple. Right now, I'm going right behind down on the. I'm just flicking my stick, my right stick, opposite ball hand and down. So I would say when I tried to do the glitch, the between the legs glitch, which is right then left, it gave me a double dribble, if you can see. So we're not able to do the between the legs from half court all the way to the goal because now when you try to do between the legs, it gives you It makes you go back between the legs instead of going the opposite legs. See there? You can't at this moment in time, from what I can see, that's is how this is how they patch the between the legs glitch. Is that whenever you try to trigger the same move from opposite the same move back to the opposite hand, it just make you double go between your legs twice. Now the Euros, that looks like the long athlete Euro package. Now what I'm gonna do a momentum dribble to a cross between the legs. Okay, I'm gonna do the momentum dribble. See, for some reason, when I do the momentum dribble, you have to wait a second before you can get the cross between the legs, or the between the legs behind the back. Unless I'm. Oh no, you don't. I can get the cross behind. I can get the cross behind the back after the momentum dribble. It it's kind of tricky, but so as I told you this morning, flicking up gives you the long crossover. Flicking up while running right or left gives you the long crossover. Flicking up twice gives you the hop step momentum dribble. Now, anybody that played 2K or know anything about 2K, this cross with the cross behind the back was the split defense. If you didn't know, now you know. The cross behind the back was always the split defense. So was the between the legs behind the back. Between the legs behind the back was to split the defense. Now I don't know how effective that was going to be. Now, half spin. Half spins are still done the same way. In order to do a half spin, you do a backward C. If the ball was in your left hand, you just do a C. Like right there, I just did a half spin to the fancy turn. Now, Steezo called it some whoop-de-whoop turnaround thing or whatever. But I just call it a mixed direction spin. It's because that's exactly what it is. It's a mixed direction spin. So how do you trigger the misdirection spin? I have no idea how you trigger the misdirection spin. Let me. He was trying to explain it. Let me see if. No, that gave me the regular spin. But spin snatch back. Like, how can you determine how hard you dunk a ball? They gave me a thing down there that says that be careful how hard you dunk the ball because if you try to dunk the ball too hard, you could lose it on the way going up. So now you telling me you have added animations in the game that if I try to dunk too hard, I could possibly lose the ball on the way going up? Bro, lockdown defenders are already going to be OP. Please don't put animations in the games where we can just lose the ball from trying to dunk too hard. Like, how can you determine the force at which I'm trying to dunk? I don't, I don't get it. Like, how in the world can you determine the force at which I'm trying to dunk? So you telling me you can change the force at which you dunk? 'Cause the text literally said, "Don't try to dunk the ball too hard, or you may lose it." That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Today, on this new 2K, bro, you are gonna be able to lose the ball from literally trying to dunk the ball too hard. Let's say you got a fast break, nobody's on you, and you just want to fucking tear the rim off. You mean tell me because I tried to tear the rim off, I'm gonna miss the dunk? I don't know. That's one. That's one of the ones you're gonna have to explain to me. As you can see, I did the double momentum. I've always been a dribble guy. Anybody that knows me, I have a 6'5" center that dribble better than I have a 6'9" center that dribble better than point guards. Like, it don't even make no sense. But unfortunately, I would not be able to build the build that I had on 2K20. How are you going to make the game just like 2K20, but don't allow us to make the same builds? Give us the same pie chart, the same stuff, but don't allow us to. We can still make the same builds, but we can't make the same exact builds. Like, I literally cannot make a play 5 with a high ball handling and a high speed this year. So you're gonna make a whole defective game where we can make 6'9" centers that dribble like guards. Now in this year to fix it, you nerfed it to where the highest they can get is a 70 ball handling. Well, I have a playmaking 5 at the center position that get close to an 80 ball handling. He's the pure playmaking chart at the center. So that's why I don't understand. If you make a center at the pure playmaking pie chart this year, you start off with a 43 ball handling, which is the highest ball handling you can start off with a center. I don't know what difficult we shooting these at because I'm gonna tell you the truth. This shooting is easy with square. Why would I ever shoot with the stick if it's so easy to shoot with square? 2K would have to give me a good reason. 2K would have to give me a good reason for why I would use a stick. Sorry about that yarn, guys. Now when I try to go between the legs the same way, it will either give me a okay. It may be some hope to it. You see that, guys? I mean, if you do it too fast, you get the reverse between the legs while moving first forward. But if you time it, you can walk the ball down. I call it walk the dog. They call it the glitch between the legs, but I call that walking the dog. When now, my thing about Steezo and all of them is they're my favorite dribblers to watch, my favorite tutorials to watch. But just to be different, them niggas just put them out their ass and call the move whatever came to their head, the whoop de whoops, and like it's catchy. Nobody ever forget it. But he could easily call called that move something else, man. The whoop-de whoop whoopson? He could have called it the whip because that's what it looked like. You whipping the ball, and then that's exactly what it looked like. Like you're whipping the ball. But he called it the whoop-de whoop whoops, and that's way too many syllables for a single ball movement. Could have called it the whip. I'm not calling it the whoop de whoop whoops. I mean, I respect Steve on that, and sometimes I might catch myself and say that, but I call it the whip. And for you that don't know what the whip is, man, right now, even to do that move, there it is, the whip. That's what I call it. It look like a whip because you snap, you go back and then you snap it back forward. I would just call it the whip. But actually, the whip move doesn't see that. I would call that the whip. I would not call that the whoop de whoop whoops.
Today, this the guy.
Wait a
He
minute.
died of cancer though.
Who?
Chad Bosman.
I don't know that. Who that is?
You do know. Come
April,
look.
I'm live.
Oh,
Let me see. April.
23. He died of cancer though. Him.
Oh, him, the one that played
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Oh, that's it. Wow, the dude from Past Black Panther died of cancer, man. Life is short, man. Life is too short. My my condolences go out to his family, which he never put his family in the public eye, not that I know. I mean, I didn't follow him like that. I mean, I enjoyed his movies and everything, but it's a dude. It's not like I would obsess over a dude, but man, for the ladies out there who was crazy about him, sorry for the loss and everything, but life moves on, man. Life's too short for you. He made a career out of what he did. He did what he loved. It looked like he enjoyed doing what he did. You know, right now in the time of pandemic, you everybody's redefining who they are. A lot of people are losing jobs, changing jobs, whatever it may be, the case may be. But there's a lot of people on this 2K making a living. Always been good at 2K. Matter of fact, I'm better than some of the people who make a living off of 2K. But I never, I guess it was something that was told to me. You can't make a living off these games. Well, that was, I have all you guys to know that was a lie. You can make a decent living off of playing a video game. Matter of fact, it's one of the highest paying jobs in the world now. Uh, it's a lot of 30-year-olds that missed their opportunity to be a gamer that are now at 30 years old playing games and making the money off of it. There's a look at Flight. Flight may be in his 20s, but then you got a lot of people who are in their 30s playing this game. You got your boy Brutus. You got All City Live. All City Live is damn near in his 40s. And All City Live played the game, and bro, he making money. He's making money. He's getting recognized at that age. Do anybody go and call him a child because he plays a game or whatever as a career? No, he makes some money. I bet he don't even give a damn about what people think. I mean, he's making a living off playing the game. You got Tassino. Tassino. I think Tassino is close. I think Tassino's in his 30s, about to be in his 30s, or already in his 30s. You got a lot of people, a whole lot of people who are playing this game that are in their 30s and 40s, and they're really making a living off of it. Then you got the young crew like Agent Zero. You got the young crew like Agent Zero. You got Duke Dennis. You got Flip Z. You got Steezel. You got all these cats making a living at in their 20s, their mid 20s and early 20s, 19 and 20 years old already with a million followers. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. Don't ever let people tell you what you can't do. You believe something that you can happen, then do it. I got a degree in digital production. The movement is kind of fluid. My thing is that I really can't tell if you're gonna be able to avoid pickpocketing and stuff this year. Mm. Right now, bro, I'm just, you know, everything that I'm doing right now is just flicking back right, back left, back. Every move that I'm doing now is just flicking back on the joystick. And you can just sit here and flick back. Oh, wow. So holding up, wait a minute, holding up does trigger a shot. Why doesn't, so it doesn't shoot? Holding up, it doesn't shoot on unless you are in the paint. Oh, let me take that back. It will shoot. Bank shots are still shot by holding up on the joystick. So in certain areas, it would dribble. In certain areas, it would dribble, and in certain areas, it will shoot. Down is always going to shoot. Down on the right stick, analog stick. Down on the right analog stick will always shoot the ball. But apparently, holding up outside the key. Let me see at the free throw will it shoot the ball. You can hold up on the stick as long as you're not in the paint, the key. As long as you're not in the paint, you can hold up and it will dribble. It will dribble. Now, on the side, please understand me. You can hold up, but as soon as you cross, okay, as soon as you get close to the hash mark, it will shoot. As soon as you get close to the hash mark, it will shoot the ball. So you got all the way up until the hash mark to dribble. As soon as your toe touches near the hash mark, it will shoot. You see where I start shooting at? I'm dribbling. I'm just holding up, but it shoots on its own. So you have pre-animated dribbles. Oh, I'm past the hash mark there. All right. So between the hash mark and the second block, this mark being first block, this being the second block. Between the hash mark and the second block, it will shoot. Up on the first mark, it will not shoot until you get into the paint. But as soon as you hit past that first block or that first line on the key, it will shoot instantly. It'll shoot instantly. See, that's tricky because right there I wasn't nowhere near the hash mark. And he just took off. Alright. So, I'm going to go momentum dribble, cross behind the back, spin, pull up. Bro, I think fades are back. Momentum dribble, cross behind the back. Okay. Momentum dribble, cross behind the back, spin. Ooh, that was nice. Again, momentum dribble, snatch back. Momentum dribble, step back. Momentum behind the back. Momentum hop step. Momentum hop step. Momentum hop step. No, that's the momentum. Would I call that a step back or a hop step? Momentum hop. Now that's the step back. That's the hop step. So you have a step back and a hop step. Momentum behind. That's momentum behind the back. That's momentum behind the back. Momentum. Ooh, did you see that? There's a cross between the legs. Cross between the legs. That's crazy. The speed on that cross between the legs was crazy. Cross between the legs, behind the back. Now the behind the back is actually diagonal down. Left, diagonal down, left, diagonal down, right. That's not bad at all. Jesus, that's crazy. trying to see if I can do a double crossover. Because if running forward triggers the crossover, I mean, that was pretty slow. I want to know if I can do a quick double crossover. See, triggered the crossover. If I can do a fast double crossover, that'd be crazy. Because right now, the fastest thing is the cross behind the back. Or I can do a cross between the legs. Cross between the legs would be up and back towards the non-ball hand. Flick towards the non-ball hand. Up. It'll be up and then flick towards the non-ball hand. That was a cross between the legs. So it'll be up and be up, flick up, and then back towards the non-ball hand, whichever way it is. I'm trying to figure out what's giving me the in and out, because I do not want the in and out. Well, like the worst thing you can give me right now is a random in and out when I'm going for the cross. I want to be able to trigger the crossover at will. That was a cross snatch back. Now, if you do it fast, you get the cross behind the back. If you do it at a medium pace, you get the cross snatch back. See, that was pretty fast paced. I got the cross behind the back. In order to get the cross snatch back, you have to take one step after the cross. If you want the cross behind the back, you cannot. You have to cross and do the trigger the behind the back before you take another step. Before you finish the cross. So the cross is behind the back is before. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think I've figured out what's causing me to get the in and out. Let me test this theory out. It's got something to do with the left stick if I get the in and out. It's the angle that I hold the left stick that determines where I get the in and out. If you want the cross, if you want the cross every time, it's best you tap up. It's best you tap up on your left stick to trigger the cross over. It's best that you tap both the left stick and the right stick up to trigger the crossover. Yep, and that allows me to do the double cross. I can't do the double cross without you tapping. I can't do the double cross. I can't trigger the double cross without tapping the left stick also. Oh yes I can. Yes I can. In order to trigger the double crossover, it has to be two. Is basically two taps up. So if I got this right, I can go cross between the leg, double cross. Right. Again, cross behind the back, double cross. Now I want to go cross behind the back, double cross. Now this one's gonna be crazy. Double cross, half spin. Oh, I couldn't get the half spin. Let's try the double cross half spin. Double cross, Oh, that's double cross full spin. Jeez. Ooh, it's gonna be hard to get the double cross because you have to know which hand the ball is gonna be in. I'm gonna have to pack. It's my half spin. Half spin is from down to right. I mean, down to the ball hand. So I do a half spin, double cross, down to ball hand. Ooh. All right, enough of this. I want to get on Paul George. Paul George seemed to have the highest ball handling out of all of them. Paul George's double cross is a little slow. Ooh, double cross to the snatch back. Jesus Christ. Double cross to the in and out. Pull up. Double cross to the snatch back. Pull up. Bro, that snatch back pull up is crazy. That snatch back pull up is crazy. Double cross, snatch back. The way you get the snatch back, you have to let off the left stick. That's the quickest way to get the snatch back. Jesus Christ. That double crossover is crazy. Let's see if I can get double snatch, two snatch backs. Now that used to be a problem. I used to hate. Oh man, triggering doubles snatch back, snatch back, snatch back, snatch hop step. There's a difference between a hop step and a step back. The thing is, you have to be going forward to do the snatch back. Jesus Christ, that is amazing. This is just left stick movement. you can stop on a dime by just holding up. Mm-mm. Oh man, you stop on a freaking dime, bro. You can stop on the dime with. Oh man, that triple threat is gonna be mean. B. Hmm. Paul George is a beast on here, man. Mm. I gotta learn that fast hesitation. Now, in order to trigger the hesitation, I think you gotta be running at an angle and just go same ball hand. Or is it holding towards the rim and go same ball hand? You know what? It's a flip. That's crazy. Did you just see that speed boost I just had, bro? That's the profile behind the back. Top step don't look that bad. Pick the worst dribble on here. Gee, that was crazy, man. Ooh, this dude has no ball handling. He got to have at least a 30 ball handling. I'm going to dribble with the worst dribbler. Okay, his cross behind the back is so freaking slow. Because his dribbling is so slow, you're able to you're able to walk the dog with him. That's crazy. A low ball handler, you're able to do the glitch dribble or walk the dog. That's crazy. Because without the low ball handling, you would literally do. You would literally. I wonder if you got a low ball handler, you'll just lose the ball from trying to do too many moves. That's crazy. Just left stick movement. Alright guys, I've been dribbling for a while. I'm gonna call it a stop, man. Well, I'm gonna call it a night on this. Hope y'all find something in here that